Hello, my peeps. So day 11, I just got my workout in like an hour later than I wanted because I was all up in my business. I was all up in my way today. I had all these objections and all these reasons, all these things I needed to get done, and I just needed to freaking show up. So I finally did. I was like seriously like having mind over matter. Just didn't want to. I didn't want to, but I did, and I'm so glad I did. And so I just went live in my accountability tribe, but I want to share some of this with you because you're not all in there, but some of you have been on are. So it's just about owning your own journey, and it's about running your own race. It's not about what your neighbor is doing. It's not about what you're seeing on Facebook. It's not even about what I am doing. It is your own journey, and it's so important. It's freaking vital to show up to that today, to own where you're at, and to not get all distracted by what's coming up down the road or what is going to happen or will I be able to maintain this? We don't worry about that. The second you start to lose sight of today is when you get all distracted and you get all anxious, and then you come up with excuses and reasons why you can't and why you haven't. And so today was one of those days where I'm just like you. I'm normal. I have 1,000 things to do. My mother-in-law's coming tomorrow, and I'm having like a panic attack because the inside of my cupboards are a wreck and my linen closet's a zoo. And does she freaking care? No, she cares about the kids, but that's who I am, right? I want my house, I want my nest to be squared away. And you know what? It just might not, but that's okay. I'm not going to let all those extra things on my to-do list derail me from what matters most, which is my own journey. So I freaking showed up and I did the best that I could, and I didn't focus on tomorrow, the fact that it's leg day and oh my God, I'm using these bands and I'm going to freaking die. No. And I'm so glad that I did. I'm so glad that I leaned into my own journey and I focused on myself. It's not about what the modifier is doing. It's not about what they're doing and what is happening with the ladies in my group and how should I show up. No, it's not about any of that. So if you are distracted in your own life by all the noise, by all the other things, by all the comparison, I'm telling you, put your freaking blinders on and work on your own journey, because your journey is what matters. It's one meal at a time. It's one self-talk at a time. It's one thought at a time. It's one walk around the block at a time. Stop focusing on everything else, because when you start to, you get anxious and you get distracted, and then you start to compare, and then you start to feel all bad, and then if you're like me, you eat your freaking feelings and you get off track. So you're stronger than your excuses. You are exactly where you are supposed to be today on your journey. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. It's a beautiful, amazing thing. So I don't care if you've been at this for a while or if you're just freaking starting, or maybe you haven't started but you want to. Lean into that. Do what you can today, because this beginning chapter where you are, whether or not you're freaking months in or you're just starting, it's exactly where you're supposed to be. So honor your journey and show up to today and do what you can and honor that. All right. So I did it. It was hard, but I'm super proud of myself. I'm super proud of myself that I got out of my own way and I didn't focus on how hard it was going to be or how sore I was going to be or all that stuff I've got to get done. I focused on being present in the moment, which for me, with my squirrel brain, is really a challenge. And I did it. And now I can check that box and I can celebrate myself and I can feel like, yes, thank you. I survived. I'm stronger than my excuses, and I'm going to freaking show up. Show up today, my friends. You're the only one that's running your race. You're the only one that can change your life. Your most amazing, most epic, most inspired, most feeling good in your own skin life won't just come out of a vending machine. It's not just going to arrive next New Year's. You have to show up every single day and take daily action. So don't let that overwhelm you. All that matters is right now. All that matters is today. All that matters is what you choose to do with the rest of today, and we will worry about tomorrow. Focus on today, run your own race, tell yourself your truths. And you know what? If you're telling yourself your truths that aren't positive and inspired and uplifting, stop. Stop. Fake it until you make it. There's nothing wrong with that. It is not telling yourself a lie if you are stepping into who you want to become. And so when I first started this journey and I had 60 pounds to lose and I just felt bad in my skin and I was freaking tired because people were night waking and I didn't have the time and I didn't have the energy and I didn't want to spend the money and I had all these other excuses, I had to fake it until I made it. And so I figured out, what would the Sarah I want to be do? What would the Sarah who's less anxious do? What would the Sarah who has more energy do? What would the positive, inspired, excited Sarah do and say, and how would I show up? And then I stepped into that, and it felt weird and it felt fake and it didn't feel authentic, but I did it. And the more I did it, the more it became a little bit easier, and the more it started to infiltrate who I really was at my core, and I started to step into that most amazing version of me. It wasn't about waiting for that to show up. It wasn't about waiting to wake up one morning and like, oh, my life has changed. No, it was about freaking owning where I was and stepping into who I want to become. So if you're not happy today, that's your fault. You are not a victim, my friend. You are a freaking victor. And your test right now, whatever you're going through, is your testimony. So don't waste it. Own where you're at today. Show up to your freaking life. Drink your water. Move your body. Tell yourself your truths. And practice your affirmations. And if you're not telling yourself positive, exciting, good-filled truths, freaking make up some new ones. Get a new highlight reel. You don't have to beat yourself up over what has happened earlier this morning or last week or last year or whatever. This right now, this moment is your fresh start. So make it freaking count, because tomorrow, who knows? We'll deal with tomorrow. Right now is right now. So make it freaking count. I'm gonna pound my unicorn recovery juice because I really need it. And I'm gonna eat this banana, which is way too spotty. I don't like that. I like my bananas kind of green, but it's all right. I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna go for a walk, and then I'm gonna clean my house, and my mother-in-law's gonna come, and it's gonna be awesome. And I'm not gonna worry about the future. I'm just gonna focus on being the best me I can be today. So I'm fist bumping you. I believe in you. I know you can do freaking epic things. And if you wanna join my tribe, I don't know why you haven't messaged me yet. Fist bumping you. Make it count.